All right. Well, shalom, everybody. Okay, that's a lot better. Take two. Ready? Okay. So, I'm on chapter 2 of Secret on the Tarmac by this guy. And his website is www.christophersign.com. So, I also read the preface and chapter 1. There, you can watch them on my YouTube channel. Buy the book, man. It's not very expensive. Buy the book, and then you have it for yourself. Buy 2 copies, one for yourself and one to give to somebody else. Okay, chapter 2, the tip. It was a typical day, it was a typical June day in Phoenix. Hot. I had wrapped up my morning anchoring duties, telling corny dad jokes with my co-anchor Dan, and proceeded to walk out the door with my bag, suit jacket, and phone in hand. As I approached my car on the first floor of the ABC 15 parking garage, my phone was buzzing. A check of caller ID led me to answer. It's a trusted source, a friend, and a person who always speaks the truth. If this person told me the sky would be green, I would believe him. The first words out of his mouth were, "Who's around you?" I'm sorry, I know I'm cutting off my head, but it's a little bit better. Not the, whatever. I wish I could do a podcast, but maybe I should do a podcast. Hey, all right. Let's see. The first words out of his mouth were, "Who's around you?" I said, "Nobody. I'm about to get in my car." He replied, "You're not going to believe this, and you'll have to go back into work." My source, who I will call Jay, no, that is not his real name, never minced words. Jay was smart, caring, cool, and well-rounded, and a well-rounded type of person who can handle himself in any situation. On this date, Jay was direct. He wasn't anxious. He was being very cautious, while filled with intent. I could tell by the inflection in his voice that Jay was serious and concerned at the same time. My brisk walk out the door and through the parking garage in the July heat slowed to a sway outside my car door. I knew I was alone, but for some reason I still looked around when he asked if I was alone. The strap of my black work bag slowly slipped off my shoulder. I yanked it back up as I managed to keep the phone in my right hand and my suit jacket draped through the curve of my arm. I remember my face was a bit damp from the wipes to remove my makeup, and a guy that wears makeup? Yes, they wear makeup. Isn't that crazy? I remember my face was a bit damp from the wipes to remove my makeup, and I quickly wiped the front of my phone to eliminate any moisture that could distort what Jay was about to say. My heart even kicked up a few beats because Jay wouldn't have this tone and urgency unless it was serious, especially because he knew part of my routine was to meet my wife and kids after my morning shift. So I said, "What do you got? Are you okay?" Jay said, "Yeah, I'm fine, but this is serious." The next bit of information he would provide would change my perspective on politics, the media, my family, my friends, and my trust for anyone and everyone. Jay said, You know the Benghazi stuff and Clinton email stuff, right?" I said, "Yeah, of course." Jay continued, "Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch just had a secret meeting on the west side of the airport on the tarmac." I paused. I thought. A flood of questions drowned my brain. I asked Jay when the meeting occurred. He said it had happened the day before in the late afternoon. I asked Jay why he waited to tell me. He said it was to protect himself and many others, including those on the tarmac and those who were ordered to put their cameras down. Wait, what? So I'm thinking, if Jay is concerned, then I should be concerned. However, I needed more information. I took the strap off my shoulder and set my black work bag down on the ground. Set my black work bag on the ground. My suit jacket was placed on top, despite the potential for dust, debris, and the strange pod things that fall off mesquite trees. Regardless, I was thinking hard. My colleagues and I knew Loretta Lynch was in town for her community policing tour, across portions of the United States. But nobody knew Bill Clinton was in town. Not one single media outlet knew the former president was in Phoenix. I repeated myself to Jay. What happened? Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch met? As a country, we were knee-deep in the Benghazi scandal, email scandal, and there was a heated presidential race underway, with Donald Trump destroying anyone who got in his way like a wrecking ball through cardboard boxes. At the time, the country was falling for Trump, enjoying his no-nonsense style and calling out seedy and swampy politicians. Jay continued, hey man, I'm serious. Bill Clinton stepped into Loretta Lynch's plane and everything. He kicked everyone out. Nobody wanted to cross him, even his own team, and it happened. It happened. Something is going down and you need to work on it. If Jay said it, I believed it. As my moment of disbelief faded, my experience and focus rose to another level. I knew I had the scoop. I knew I had one shot to get it right. There are no takebacks anymore. Once you say something, it sticks and you have to own it. I asked Jay if he was sure. He made it clear this wasn't a tip, it was fact. I assured Jay I would never release his name. He knew I would protect my source. For the next 10 minutes, Jay detailed how it all went down. At that moment, I knew for a fact that I was about to tell the world a secret meeting. At that moment, I knew for a fact that I was about to tell the world about a secret meeting that took place on the hot summer tarmac at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport between the former president and the current Attorney General who was investigating his wife who was running for president. I thought to myself, what could go wrong? I also thought to myself, oh my God, a lot can go wrong. On the inside, I felt like I had just downed 10 energy drinks. On the outside, I felt cool as a cucumber, even in the June heat, inside a concrete parking garage in Phoenix that was less than a mile from the airport. Jay told me step by step what happened. I hung up the phone, grabbed my bag, slung it over my shoulder, put my keys in my pocket, slipped my suit jacket back through the curve of my arm, and with my ABC-15 security badge around my neck, I walked back into the building. So that was chapter 2, and I'm gonna go ahead and I felt like reading chapter 3 as a bonus, but I gotta go do stuff. Anyway, chapter 3 my intent is just to read one at a time. Number 1, to save space on my phone. Number 2, to shorten the upload length, because it takes a while to upload even to YouTube. YouTube is the fastest one that I know of, but like a 10-minute video, it takes a while. Anyway, okay, shalom.